What's up, guys? Best Ball Draftapalooza is back. Grab your beers, grab your gummies, grab your smokes, get whatever it is you like to do after dark. And we're about to do some drafts. Let's get it going.
Because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. Go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one.
Oh, sorry. I'm not saying what to do, but we're drafting best ball teams all summer long. Let's get it going. Welcome back. We're gonna start with Draftkings this time, and still coming at me. I did get a request on how to upload your lineups to Draftkings, so I'm gonna take us through that process real quick. How to upload the projections. So we're gonna start on the DFS Army website here, and we're gonna go to our best ball ranking sheet. And let's get into the DraftKings download component of this sheet here. Let's go down here. So right here, DK upload. This is the sheet we want to grab. And we're going to go to NFL best ball. And when you and we're going to do the play action, I guess. I still have a few play actions left to enter. But edit rankings is going to happen right here, right? So how do we edit rankings? CSV download upload. Now we can download the CSV, but we don't really need to do that. We can just work off of this sheet right here. Actually, you got to open it. You got to open it in. Oh no. Rankings. Got to get it going in this version. Hold on, close that. DK upload. Here it is. Download CSV. Right? And just right over onto DraftKings. We're going to go upload CSV. I don't know if you could see that, the whole thing, but I'm just attaching the file I just pulled out. Rankings are updated, save rankings, and we are done. Philly. Yeah, Taco, jump in the stream, bro. All right, but let's get in the play action. Let's get in there with Taco. Jump in the stream, Taco. Come on. Come hang out. It's Best Ball After Dark. You love it. We love it. Let's get in there. Let's do a play action. My rankings are uploaded. That's it. Can't go wrong. All right, Philly Mike is on the clock. OG. 6th in a 12-man full PPR flex. 1K family. Oh, 1 through 5 was Allen Lamar. Oh, this is super flex. Allen Lamar, Burrow, Gibbs, Robinson. It's full PPR. Please help. My super flex. Oh, damn. Oh, Taco, what the fuck? I'm 1 of 12, bro. I wanted to draft together. And yes, Todd, you can certainly jump in this draft and draft against us, or you could draft with me right here on the channel where we could talk. Whoa, it's full. Okay. There we go. All right. PPR, Lamar, Burrow, Gibbs. Listen, I'm probably taking Jamar Chase there. I don't like to take the quarterbacks that early, but of course, Jalen Hurts, Drake May is available. You probably should take Drake May. That's probably the right pick. So I'm just going to say it. You probably should take Drake May. I'm not watching on another monitor. I don't care. Preseason, I'll just find out what happened. Let's draft Palooza. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh my gosh, you guys went crazy. This is a DFS Army extravaganza. Oh my goodness. Rainmaker's in the house. What's up, Rainmaker 11? The Nuts is in the house. Nuts. What's up, brother? This is the Nuts. I do that. Jiggling the nuts. Hanash 90 is in the house. Who are you? Make yourself known, Hanash90, in the chat. We got Chief ST. That's your boy. And yeah, you didn't make it in, Squid. All right. All right. No chaos in the house this time. No chaos. Or wait, Squidward, we got Shman. Is that you? Are you Hanash90? Which one is that? Because I haven't seen this name in one of my drafts. Looks like a Packers fan in the house. We got a Packers guy. We got a Dallas Cowboys fan in the house. We got the Rainmaker who just loves poker and making money. Man after my own heart. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Schman. See, there you are. Hanash. Got in late, picking 6. Chuxenhausen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that you, Chuxenhausen? Or are you in a different one? And I am picking 10th overall. This is Draftkings. You know how we do on Draftkings. We got the full PPR format. Draftkings drafts normally can get a little wacky, except there's a lot of Army brothers in this. There's a lot of you guys that are in this draft with us. So I think you'll probably keep it pretty honest in terms of how this draft goes down. We're not colluders here. We're just drafting against one another while streaming. Saul Goodman. The nuts with Jamar Chase. So far, we're just... Oh, JB Harper on auto draft is concerning. Guys, an auto drafter is concerning. I don't like that. Sometimes an auto drafter, if you don't upload your own projections on DraftKings and you just auto draft a chalk auto drafted team, they will negate that entry and take your money away. The rest of the pod still counts, but your entry will not count for you if you auto draft while simultaneously not changing your projections, right? Taco will know if he's an auto drafter and like hasn't uploaded projections. We'll probably know based on like, I don't know, if he's the guy that takes, Jordan, one of the guys that just got injured for the year. Like the auto drafter winds up with like Pearsall or one of those types. Who was the latest out for the season? Oh yeah, Jaden Higgins. Taco. Ashton Janty. That's crazy. Pick 7? Okay. Derek Golf Pro. That looks a little familiar to me too. That name. Oh, I'm on the clock. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Really? You're going to leave me JT this deep in? Yeah. By the way, autoing the first pick does not mean you're not coming back. Yeah, you got to take Jonathan Taylor there, 110. Taylor, a little less sexy of a PPR play than he is just a straight, guy, but I like the start. I always like starting with Jonathan Taylor. Interesting to see Kenny Walker squeezing his way up into round 1. I'm thinking Chasbro right around here. Justin Jefferson, glad to see him gone. Maybe CeeDee Lamb. There it is. The double tap of the wide receivers no one wants. Yeah, Bowers 23 is solid. Nothing wrong with that. That's pretty common, though, Taco. It's not super crazy. Like Bijan, Bowers, maybe Malik or Rashee Rice. That's going to be a common start. Oh, Olave. Oh, my God. They left me Chaz Moreau. This was just a mistake on y'all's part. Olave goes the highest I've personally seen him go at pick 14 overall. That's bananas. Oh, yes. What a start, Taco. Love that. You know who you can get in the now your only hope is that you get some running backs in the next few rounds, but I mean you're set at tight end, you're set with 2 stud wide receivers, all good. You already know who you're stacking. You're stacking Dart. You know who you're stacking?
It's Jackson Dart! You chose Jackson Dart!
For the stack, baby. Don't force anything else with Dart. Just that. Achan goes ahead of Barkley. Barkley dropping. Omarion Hampton dropping a little bit. Not too bad, but, you know, okay. Not sure. Here we go. And now Hanash facing the standard issue concern right around here in the draft, which is, I took a wide receiver round 1 and there's no more running backs left. Pickens, right? Ginger attack. He's thinking about Bowers here. He's thinking about Neighbors, you know, maybe Drake London, AJ Brown. Oh, you got to take AJ Brown. I would take Brown over Pickens. By the way, my rankings are uploaded, so it's pretty well obvious who the hell I would take. My fucking rankings are uploaded. This is my rankings. This is what it looks like. Okay, so classic. Here we go, the Jamar Chase guy. Yeah, you went Olave. By the way, Olave, you know, listen, look where Olave just went here, pick 14. No Tyson. That means Olave is going to have a smash season. Saints. I hate picks 3. Yeah, I mean, because you can't do that, Taco. You're gonna be punished more with all those Christian McCaffrey shares when he goes down. And Schman just diversifying. See, that's what I want to hear, guys. That's the right way to do it. That's fine. By the way, just because I have a rankings, again, I'll jump around too for those exact reasons. Sometimes I'll just be like, man, I got too much of this guy. And I'll switch it up. I think I have to drop Josh Jacobs down my rankings a little bit, but this is where I have him. He's going multiple rounds later. Like, you can almost get Josh Jacobs at this point in round 5. C-Mac and best ball, Chase Brown in managed. Yeah. You would take Chase Brown all the way in pick 3 or 4 or 5? Man, that's crazy. I have Cook over Chase Brown. Hanash, Shmad, Trey McBride. We got 0 RB, 0 RB, 0 RB. We got 3 0 RB players. Watch out for the aggressive running back run from this trio coming up later. Listen, McCaffrey. Here's what I'd say with your managed team and McCaffrey, right? Best ball, I don't give a fuck about. I'll draft best ball teams. I don't live and die with them. I only care about the ones that do well. But when it comes to my redraft team, I'm living and dying with those teams, and I don't really want to dice roll it on an injury prone or a higher injury probability guy like McCaffrey in round 1. As long as there's some like other option that's available that I'm just excited about. Kyron Williams goes the triple running back to to this dude. Maybe a little too much running back. Maybe too much running back. Waddle in round 3. Pickens at 30 is absolutely bonkers. Unheard of, really. And Rico takes Ladd McConkey and throws my plan awry. Man, I might need to actually go RB here. Fuck. I don't take Igbuka, Wilson, and we're too soon for those guys. Yeah, I think I'm going Javonte. I was annoyed. I really wanted to get Ladd McConkey right there. Threw off my whole thing. ETN, round 3. That's, ETN had a drop. In ADP when Kamara was kind of heating up, and then Kamara got hurt. Now he just pops right back up. It's like, all right, I don't know. I think that I think nothing has changed. ETN's not going to do that great if Kamara can, like, back him up. If Kamara is going to be the backup, I don't. Parker Washington, pick 37. This guy just hates running backs. Look. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Parker Washington. He's just loading up. Meanwhile, just shit's getting crazy right now. This is just getting bananas. We know what to do with all this. T. What do I think about JT? If that's Jonathan Taylor, I absolutely love him. Jonathan Taylor's going to smash. He will smash. The only thing that could hold Jonathan Taylor back is if the whole pass receiving core and quarterback of the Colts are all shit, hurt, or whatever. Right now, whoa, DJ Moore, what is going on? An early pick of Montgomery. What are these people trolling? Look at this is a troll draft. This fucking guy has 4 running backs, and this guy is allergic to running backs. This is some troll shit right here. Why did he take a 4th running back? This is an eliminator. Why are we reaching on Montgomery 10 picks early? The hell is going on? I feel like my mouth is agape from this. What is going on in this draft? Yeah, like he took 4 somehow, Taco. He took 4 running backs that are pretty mid. Like Barkley, all right. Kyron, okay. I actually do like Montgomery, but like, come on, bro. He was going to be available. Actually, he wasn't coming back around. I got my 3 running backs too, but mine are awesome. Breece Hall with a massive drop. I think this is a fair price. Mr. JB Harper on the auto draft. And I don't know if this guy's auto drafting. I mean, he's auto drafting, but I don't know if that's like by accident. Yeah, Genty at 1.7. Genty ahead of Cook and Taylor. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You fuck with your shit?
Hell no, fuck with your shit.
Let's go. Oh, I got a thumbs up from someone on Facebook. What's up, Jay Fonts Jones? Thank you for the thumbs up, sir. Guys, reminder, if you're watching this, like, subscribe, notifications. We're at the DFSARMY YouTube channel's at 29,850. I'm trying to hit 30,000 subscribers. I think we're like 150 away. So get in there. If you're watching, you should be subscribed to the channel. Bucky Irving, Jadarian Price still floating around. Got Javonte Williams, Evans, Christian Watson. We're right at the line of demarcation of good wide receivers. We're about to run out of them. So I'm definitely trying to grab at least one of these guys. I consider this the line of kind of good wide receiver demarcation. It's right here at Marvin Harrison Jr. Wait, what did it take? Rome? Fucker. All right. Well, another one's gone. Now we really only have what I would consider to be 2 good wide receivers left. We'll grab Christian Watson. Really interesting that Michael Wilson is so much more respected on Draftkings ADP than he is on Underdog ADP. That's bananas. Mike Evans is a guy I just don't draft. So if you've been watching me, if you've been following along, there's a lot of people we don't draft that are now gone. And we don't have any Jaden Higgins exposure. Not one share. Week 1 DFS. Hutchinson, Olave, or Marvin, why is this a choice? First of all, I prefer Tank Dell to Hutchinson, so it should be Tank Dell, Olave. But I think Monty is almost a must play, at least on FanDuel. So yeah, if it's Draftkings, Monty's kind of a must play too. I love Jadarian Price there. So the running back fader lucks into Jadarian Price and Bucky. That's not bad. That's not bad. 0 RB. You know what? I don't want to make fun of it. Maybe that's real. It is real. I just don't love those guys that much. But like, okay, I'm not the 0 RB guy. Price and Irving is not a bad sort of end result. Lamar Jackson goes. Let's take a look here. We got Chasbro and T. Higgins. Yeah, we need to get us some Joe Burrow. Oof, I love filling out a stack, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Stack complete.
Jizz in my pants. Open my window and a breeze rolls in and I jizz in my pants. When Bruce Willis was dead at the end of Sixth Sense, I jizzed in my pants.
That was a triple jizz in my pants. Burrow, T. Higgins, and underrated stack with Burrow, Chase Brown, Chasbro. Love it. Loves it. Let's fucking go. All right. Sorry. Got excited. Marvin Harrison Jr., Cornell Tate. And now I would say that we're through what I consider to be, really good wide receiver zone. You think Pollock? I don't know that Chasbro, Higgins, Burrow is as popular as like Jamar Chase, Burrow. I feel like the other one would be more popular. You can't really have Chase and Chase. Imagine you got Chase, Higgins, Burrow. Bam. That would be crazy. Wagwan. What's up, my man? Loves it. This is Jonathan Brooks. Oh, my goodness gracious. Who took him? JB Harper. Again, our auto drafter. Just fucking eating value. Jonathan Brooks up to number 72. I love Ramondre right where Rainmaker got him. Rainmaker, let's take a look at your lineup a little bit here. Bijan, Jacobs, Ramondre. Forgot about Dre. Drake London, Rashee Rice, Burden. Yeah, pretty good. Let's see how we do at the QB position. Devontae, the Nuts got him paired up with Jalen Hurts. Jamar Chase, Bowers. Going to be a little light on running back Nuts. Don't wait too long, my man. Let's talk about the Schmad on the clock here. JSN, Pickens, McBride, Adams, 0 RB. Oh my gosh. Judkins and Pollard. Brutal. I9D, this guy's already on auto draft. He got bored with it. Okay. He's bored with it. Here we go. So now this dude is just eating quarterbacks incorrectly. That's not going to be fun for actually I don't care because I already got Burrow. All right, I got to take a pick here. Let's see what we got going. I've got 2 wide receivers only. I've got 3 running backs. Can certainly go however we want with this. What the fuck? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, let's see what's going on. Josh down, Diggs, Wandale, running back. Oh, okay. Is this a spot to get another running back? I think can't hurt. Let's get Rico Arikaka Dowdle. Uh-oh, we got a spammer. We got a spammer. Oh, yes. What's up, Wagwan? Let's go, brother. The Sean Hall. Check this out. After the book, if you're in the DFS Army Discord, that's just book 1 of the series. I have 5 booklets out for this season. 5 booklets. Hang on. I got another pick coming up. Give me a second. I got 5 booklets, and I want to tell you what the books are so that you're aware. But give me a second here. I need another wide receiver. Steffi Diggs? Yeah, fuck it. Steffi Diggs. Why not? All right. Sean, check this out. We have the Cracking the DFS Code book. I appreciate you're buying it. Of course, leave a nice review on Amazon if you got it there. But if you're in the DFS Army Discord, I also have two more books on the series. One is a shark study where we looked at all the top-ranked players on Roto-Grinders for NFL, pulled every lineup they've put into every GPP contest over the last couple seasons, and try to figure out what it is that they're doing. Is there any special secret sauce the quote-unquote sharks or the pros use to win? And we did find some interesting things. Only 4 out of the 20 that I did a research on made money over the course of the 2 years or were profitable. Only 4 or 5 out of the 20. But it was really interesting to see how their approaches are, and that's going to inform our optimization. Also, I spent, I ran about 6 million lineups through back testing. All right, we got to get rid of this spammer, guys. Sorry, I'm going to ban user and delete their comments. Sorry, bro, you can't be spamming my chat. Hold on. So anyway, I've got a book on the optimizer settings as well. And then we did the showdowns. And I have those 2 books also in the Discord. One is called the Showdown Codex, and the other one is the optimization approach for showdowns. We're going to be destroying showdowns this year. I'm winning them at a 20% clip in backtesting, which is unheard of. Like the main slates, we're winning at about a 2% clip. Showdowns, 20%. Just think about it and just know what kind of an awesome year we are going to have at DFS Army. Sign up, promo code BOOK, 20% off. Motherfuckers. Gainwell over Quorum. I like that. I'm fine with it. Absolutely. I spent 6 hours redrafting my Higgins teams as close as I could per draft spot. I loved my Higgins teams. Dude, you are a sociopath. You just gave up on all the Higgins teams? Well, you lost one guy. But he was like a round 12 guy. It wasn't like... Basically, your Higgins teams aren't dead. And had you been watching Draftapalooza all summer long, you would have known that we were absolutely massively favoring Tank Dell anyway. So we don't have any of that. Ginger Attack takes Jordan Tyson and accepts the 2-month penalty. That's not good. I'm glad that Tyson is out of the way. Get out of there. Get out of there, Tyson. What's up, Mowski? 007. That's what's up. Oh, Dart. No. All right, let's see if I have any other stackables here. I've got Diggs, Watson. I mean, I can pick up Jolo maybe on the next run. And we're at 106. Chuba. J.K. Dobbins is still fine, but I don't like him for a full season piece. What about... Let's go Debo. That's my right punk. I need to get some tight ends going. Yeah, like basically my point was your Higgins teams are not completely dead. It's not like your first round pick went down. As a Tyson, I think it's Veli, but I don't, Devon Veli, because he's had good games before. So he's like been an NFL player, which the other guy doesn't have that distinction. Diggs, Debo, Christian Watson, T. Higgins. Not much of a stack setup here. I've got Joe Burrow and the big stack. Do I need to keep stacking quarterbacks with their guys? Probably not. But you know what? I'll take Jolo here and just complete that second stack. Mini stack. I mean, Veli's going to be on the field, Taco. The other dude could be a 0. I don't think any of those guys are who you should be taking with your last pick, though. I have other names. Who's that? Lance? Yeah. I don't even know who you're talking about. Oh, no, wait. Bryce Lance. This is a rookie. I mean, this guy, I can't go back far enough. I think this is a rookie from like the 7th round. Like, there's no buzz about him. I would rather take a guy who's had production, Taco. I don't agree with it. I would rather take a, is that Trey Lance's actual brother? Yeah, I'd rather take a guy like Veli who's been productive in games in his career over some rookie who was picked in round 6 or 7. Now, maybe you're going to tell me, hey, it's a 2nd round pick, but I don't remember any. I don't remember that guy in the 2nd round. So I need a tight end. Oh, Vele you have. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I like that play for sure. Hell yeah. I didn't take a lot of Vele, but I have a ton of Johnson's going to have great CLV. Yes, he will. Juwan Johnson should be the guy that benefits the most from the injury to Tyson. It's going to be Juwan Johnson. They don't even play the other guy. Like, it's just Juwan. He's always been pretty good. And you get him really late. Now, if his ADP starts to rise, it ruins it. Like a lot of the guys I identified early in the offseason that we were talking about so much as these great values, Parker Washington and Jonathan Brooks, and we have I put out videos about all these guys, especially Ladd McConkey and Devontae Smith. Those guys were still going kind of late, and I spent the whole offseason like, dude, we got to take these guys. No Fergie. Fergie is a very bad pick. Wait, who took Juwan Johnson? Were you guys? See, this is the problem. We start talking about a player. Oh, no, that wasn't even one of you. Does he have Shook? What happened to the guy with Josh Allen and Daniels? He took Goff. So he's got the auto drafter already has 3 quarterbacks. I mean, yeah, that number is absurd for Jacoby Lane. Ridiculous. Especially when that was the guy you could have taken with your last pick for half the offseason. But I got a lot of Tank Dell. I get a lot of the guy, Caleb, the guy who's breaking out in Kansas City. Can't remember his name at this moment. Jacoby Lane, when I can get him, I'll take him. One name that I was high on early in the offseason that has cooled dramatically for me is Travis Hunter. It absolutely now is looking like Travis Hunter is much more of a cornerback than I thought he would be coming into the season. So, Concepcion, KC Concepcion. I love Concepcion. Yeah, Cyrus Allen. Like that dude, I take him late. Why not? One of the last picks. Give me some Cyrus Allen there. I was getting Tank Dell with that last pick for a while. You know another name? Demario Douglas, Pop Douglas is somebody I take a lot. I think people have this idea that Keyshawn Boutte is going to be a starting wide receiver on the Patriots. I don't think that's how it's going to work. Where's Ray Zanny when you need him? But I believe that it is Pop Douglas that will be the WR3 on the Patriots. Oh, is Jolly worth the dart throw? I've been waiting to hear any buzz at all about Jolly. I've heard nothing. So while I don't care in best ball, I guess it's worth a 20th round pick on DraftKings best ball where, it's just dead zone anyway. I'm not super in love with Jolly. Yeah, Mac Hollins. That's another. He's not. You don't have to do that. That's last year's news. Let's get on to this year's news. Mac Hollins is a story from last year. Although, you never know. What's the most you've won on best ball? I don't have big best ball prizes. I don't have big best ball prizes. I haven't played heavy best ball, though. I love fantasy football, and I've played best ball in leagues against other people, like 12-man leagues. I've won tons of those, but that's not a number that's sexy. But have I taken down a big tournament in best ball? I've maybe only entered. Last year was the first year I kind of tried to do a lot of best ball entries, and I still did them all on stream, and I still only wound up with about, I don't know, 40 eliminators, which did really well. So in the eliminator, I did 40 lineups last year. I made it to the top 0.5%. I made it to week 9, which was pretty cool. But I also learned that you need more bullets in that contest to try to squeeze your way past the, week 10, week 11, week 12 to get into like the big money zone. But that was fine. But I haven't had like a final. I haven't played a lot of best ball in the BBM style contests because I like the eliminator. I like a different contest type. So I don't have big wins. Now, if you want to ask me about DFS, I've won every kind of DFS tournament you can describe. I've won 6-figure wins, but in best ball, not so much. Hang on. We're on the clock. Let's see who the tight ends are. Turdferg, all the way up to 168. Oh, I like Malik Washington. Let's do that. Yeah, there's Cyrus Allen. Adonai Mitchell's going to be good. Yeah. People talking about Waller. Waller has a chance with the Panthers. They don't have anybody good at. The problem is Waller will definitely get hurt pretty quick, but the Panthers have no one good. They have no one good at that. So Chuxenhausen, what do I think? Listen, the more lineups you put in, you got to put in a lot of lineups to give yourself a chance to make one of these finals. It's just a game of numbers. Like if I entered 20 lineups in the Millie Maker on week 1, do I think I'm going to make the top 10? No, it's very unlikely. Like you've got to put 150 in there. You got to go all in. That being said, yes, I believe that I have one of the best chances out of anybody in the eliminator specific contest to make the final or to have a chance to get there. And the reason why is because the field generally drafts incorrectly in the eliminator. In that contest, they draft it wrong, and I should be able to get a very high percentage of my lineups through round 1, and that's the key. Like that first week when they cut off half the player pool in the eliminator against your pod, your whole season is going to be determined based on what your percentage advance rate is from that. If you advance 50%, you're not doing well, right? It's a 50-50 shot. You're up against the 12 people in your pod. And so I draft a little bit with a disadvantage because I did a few of them in stream, but most of mine have not been in stream. All right, hold on a second. Let me get to what you're asking right there. But back to Chuxenhausen and this one. So I think I will be able to advance very far in the eliminator. And I think I'll get well beyond where I should in terms of averages. Because I think last year I advanced like 80% of my lineups past round 1. But the downside was last season, it was just like, I only had 39 entries. So like even high rates, I got 4 lineups into week, by the top 1%, I had 4 lineups in there. And then again, it kept halving. And so it was what it was. All right, hold on a second. Let's pay attention to the team here. I've got 2 nice little stackaroos being built. A little bit light on tight end. I got my 2 tight ends now as well. And we are getting to the late picks. So I want to kind of pay a little bit of attention here. Drew Samson, Flournoy. Okay, yeah, I got some guys I still like. My late round picks that I like, so a lot of them are still on the board here. One of my favorites is Adonai Mitchell, and I'm going to grab him here. The Warriors. It was the Warriors. Remember this? Polak. Warriors, come out and play. Warriors. Sorry, I won't do that anymore. It's from the movie The Warriors from the 70s. It's awesome. Don't waste money on a top prize under 50K. After tax, not worth it for the win. Not worth it for the win. I'll take a win no matter how much price. Oh, whoa. Stop distracting me. QB Mendoza. Bam. There he is. How you doing? Forget about it. Richie Onion's in the house. Why do you feel safe with only 2 QBs? I will get a third one. I will always get a third one. You always got to get a third quarterback. And by the way, the reason I was comfortable with he went 101 in your, that really is troll. I don't know what the fuck is going on. By the way, there is a lot of trolling going on. Omar Cooper, no bueno. No bueno, Ginger. Oh, he's auto drafting. Sorry, been vaping. It's best ball after dark. You can bring your gummies, bring your Blue Moons. If you like a little whiskey, little bourbon. Uh, 4D Bull, any win I have is it goes on the business losses. Professional. My lease is my car lease is, it's on the business. Bourbon and a gummy, then off to work. Don't take the bourbon and the gummy before work, Polak Hillbilly. After work. After. Do I think that Ashton Janty has a shot at a top 5? Of course, yeah. I think he's got a shot. Let me put it like this. There is one. I don't want to get it wrong. I don't know if it's like Jeff Ratcliffe or Jeff Manns or one of the Jeffs who has a serious show. Was like money where his mouth is. I'm taking Ashton Janty, number 2. I don't give a shit overall. So, I believe he had him ranked over Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, nope, I don't want Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't want anybody else. I want Ashton Janty. I don't know if it's Jeff Manns or Jeff Ratcliffe because my brain doesn't. And he made a passionate argument, and I don't like to. I never argue player takes with anybody because I just think it's stupid to argue player takes. It's just stupid. But man, if you want to put a bet, if you want to have a bet with me about Gesicki, I got to add to the Burrow stack. Might as well. If you want to have a bet with me about if Jahmyr Gibbs is going to outscore Ashton Janty this season, I will be all in on Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, I will put every dollar I have that Jahmyr Gibbs will outscore Janty. Naylor playing with the black backups is not a good sign, Taco. I feel like it's like that. That's not a good sign at all. Do we have any information? Speaking of preseason, I'm trying to figure out who the Giants WR2 is. So if anybody knows, yeah, Trey Tucker, that's what I was going to say. If anybody knows who the WR2 is for the Giants by any chance, and you want to let me know, that'd be great. Who is the WR2 for the Giants right now? Yeah, this undecided shit ain't working for me. No, see, this you're saying Slayton. He's saying Malachi, but maybe and no one's saying Darnell Mooney. What about Darnell? So I think it's actually a really important question, though. No, I don't know if it's Slayton. Maybe not. It could be Malachi Fields. It could be Darnell Mooney. And I genuinely don't know. So I want, if we have any kind of information on this. No, Isaiah Likely, by the way, but he wasn't on the field that much either, by the way, Taco. Be careful. Yeah, I mean, you're saying Mooney. Look, we're in the chat here, and no one's agreeing yet. I've been waiting for those preseason games where Dart plays. I just want to see who they play. Yeah, and you got James Corden. He's in the James Corden. For those of you who don't know, no one knows who James Corden is, Ash. No one knows who that is. I'm the only person because I know everything. I'm the only person who knows who that is. That's what I'm saying. Business expense. First of all, 4D4 Bull, the fact that you bought a freaking John Deere, that puts you at a certain level of badass. Like, either when I hear about a John Deere, here are my thoughts. Without knowing you at all. Number one, suburban dad, handles your own business, not a guy that calls an electrician. I fix that shit myself. That's level one, possibility. Possibility. But level two is like an actual farmer. Like, nope, not suburban. I'm rural. I live somewhere where I got a bunch of acres and there's an animal at the house. 4D Bull. Which one is it? Suburban dad. Zero trim radius. My neighbors say what? Average Joe. Suburban dad. Okay. I work hard in the yard with my 60-inch cut. Zero turn radius. My neighbors say what? I also, by the way, what was I going to say? I totally lost my train of thought here. Oh, I like to buy myself something whenever I want to splurge on something kind of stupid for myself. Whenever I want to splurge on something stupid, I'll only do that after a fantasy football win. Like, I like to use fantasy football league, like redraft league money. I like to use that money to, quote, buy myself something stupid. And when I say something stupid, I mean, like, let me think, how would I describe that? Buy yourself something stupid, like things that you normally wouldn't pay for, like a giant massage chair, a crazy gun that like costs a lot of money. I don't need that. You don't need, but you want that kind of thing. Buy myself something stupid after a fantasy football win. Yeah. 3-foot bong. You've got it. What? Not that. Listen, this is best ball after dark. It's not best ball after midnight. It's not best ball after midnight, Taco. It's just best ball after dark. Yeah. No, when I say something stupid, it's something like, a crazy television, surround system. It's a one time I bought the fancy cat that walks around this house right now, man. She wasn't cheap. That shit don't come cheap. 100 milligram instead of 10. Are you trying to kill people? Not financial advice and not medical advice, folks. By the way, last pick on DraftKings. Let me just share with you guys my money pick that's going to win you your league this year now that I made it. Final pick on DraftKings, Jalen Wright, filling in for the injured Devon Achane. Filling in for the injured Devon Achane. Jalen Wright, final pick, DraftKings. Who else have people taken? Turpin, that's a 0. Williams, that's a 0. Jordan James, that's a 0. Charlie Kohler, that's a 0. I figure if you're going to take a 0, you might as well take a running back that could turn into a starter. And by the way, Penix is looking more and more. Penix with that last pick, Rainmaker, I don't hate it. Dude, he's looking more and more like they're going to have to get him in there. Tua looks like dog shit in camp and in the preseason game so far. Ash, I paid a lot of money for my cat. It's a very fancy cat. It's a purebred cat. I feel like I'm having a good time, but I'm contractually obligated. So let's jump over to drafters. We got to do a drafters draft as well. I've been enjoying these drafts on drafters, guys. If you're not signed up here and you want to draft along with me, ooh, look at all that money in my account. If you want to draft alongside me here, I'm going to give away a free ticket to the drafters $15 best ball championship, right? A $15 ticket. We're giving it away after this draft, but I'm going to go in here. Drafters promo code DFS Army. When you sign up, $100 deposit match if you want to go check this out. So let me explain how this contest works real quick. This is different than the BBM style or the Draftkings style contest because this is cumulative scoring with a weekly prize. So weekly, first place, $5,000. Every single week, you got a shot at $5,000. You put up the biggest score. And then for the entire season, it's a $250K to first contest. We're going to do a fast draft. Let's see how quickly these fill. They usually don't fill that fast. Oh my God, 11 more need to join. Drafters Annoying Scooter. It's a different format. Listen, Underdog just sold out. Underdog sold for $1 billion. Big corporate greed owns it now. Fuck those guys, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, K Sizzle got a free ticket the other day. But so drafters called me up. They're like, check out our contest. We'll give you free tickets for your stream for your subscribers if you'll draft these. And so I was like, okay, cool, give me a free ticket. But realistically, I checked out the contest and I very much like it. So this was what got me. Like I said, I love this. I prefer cumulative score to a playoff week scoring. I don't like it. I feel like you build this great team. They make it to the playoffs. One guy gets hurt and your whole team's dead, or you don't beat 500 other people in 1 week and you're gone. Crummy picks. If you've already gotten a freebie, let's not be greedy about it. If you already got one, no, we're not gonna give a repeat. You're allowed to enter, but if I already gave you one, then no. But if you haven't, I don't think you got one. I think it was somebody else that got one. So I say yes. Of course you can enter until you win the ticket. I don't want to, give everybody a shot at a free ticket. Yes. Or it's just for newbies. Oh, I don't know. No, this would be a sign up and get the $100 free. Yeah. If you haven't gotten a free ticket, yeah, then of course, put your name in there. Hey, if you're the only one who asks for one today, you might just get it by default. Yeah, you get 100% deposit. What we talked about the site. Basically, you put in $100. They match it 100. Plus, they give you a free ticket for a free entry for every 10 entries you do. So, $100. They match it to 200. You do your first 10 entries. That's $150. They give you a free one. So now you're at 11 entries. And you get 3 more to fill out that $200. So you'll get 14 entries in this contest for your $100 deposit. 14 $15 value entries for your $100 deposit. That's pretty good. And this contest pays well. It might have overlay. And you got this weekly prize thing, which makes it exciting every single week. Site. That how? Yeah, I mean, that's why they get you in. That's right. But here's my thing. I'll play this game. I'll play on this site this season, and I'll do my 10 entries, and I'll get my free one. There are definitely some. Oh, here we go. We got a spammer. Ban. You're out. Is it legal in all 50? No. No. It's legal in most of the states, but I did hear that Pennsylvania, for example, it wasn't in. It wasn't there. Yeah, we're getting these. You know what? Drago, it's kind of good. Like, weirdly, I like that we get a spammer in there. It means that enough people are paying attention to our stream that a spammer showed up. Somebody's noticing. Someone's noticing. All right, yeah, the draft has started. Let's see. Okay, Sizzle's in the house. Chiefs FT. I wrote my name. Horsebot, Taco. Zenocide got a free ticket. the other day. Taco, please tell me you use promo code DFS Army. Oh yeah, PA, it doesn't work. CMAC is in here. Okay. Are you in there, CMAC? Yeah, there we go. So all right. Everybody who's in here who I have not given away a ticket to, let's do. Oh my God. I don't know how. All right. I'm going to have to set this up. All right. Let's talk strategy before we get into the ticket giveaway. Taco, strategy, very simple. This is cumulative scoring. You do not need to stack. Just build the best team that you can, unless you have this special desire to play for the weekly winner, in which case stacking probably would be beneficial, but it's probably not beneficial to overall score winner. So you got to choose your approach. I choose to say, fuck it, I'm going to build the best team I can and not worrying about stacks. Our DFS team has decent golf skills. Thank you. By actual golf or DFS golf? Like, I'm pretty good at I'm not that good at DFS golf myself, but I can, I'm also not that good at actual golf. So it carries over. But I like to golf, if that helps. ADP. Hold on. Oh. Jonathan Taylor goes. Cotton Carl takes CM Sizzles. I like it. I like Jimmy Cook. I'm fine with that. Or we can go Amon-Ra. Let's go James Cook here. Oh, yeah. 4D. If you've ever wanted to join DFS Army, see what all the hype is about. We're average Joes competing on a level playing field with pros, the whole deal. Right now, because it's ahead of football season, and I'm celebrating the launch of my first book. I am a published author, professor, cracking the DFS code. So promo code book on DFS Army gets you 20% off. 20% off our subscription. VIP is $99 a month for all sports. NFL is $59 or $69 for all football. We got a $59 for NFL. You get 20% off all those. Or the all football full year package, which is the best one to do if you're a football guy. Just do through the whole year. The whole year costs you $240. Yeah, Taco, you don't have to worry about, this is just a cumulative score. No worries. You don't have to force stacks. And what's nice is if you watch the field, they will force stacks still. They can't, no one can break away from the fucking hive brain of BBM and DraftKings. So they all draft it exactly the same way. Well, riding solo is all good as well, man. We wish you luck. And then all I say to do is hit a subscribe on the channel if you find this kind of stuff entertaining. And you can watch our shows free on YouTube all season long and laugh or make fun of us or whatever it is that you want to do. In the book, picture ensemble first. Yeah. You want me to really put the ensemble on? Holy shit. I got to pay attention to the actual drafts that I'm doing here. Yeah, I think this is Omarion time. Let's see. Oh, Justin Jefferson. Oh, but he stinks. Nope, Omarion. And the book ensemble. I love it. You like the book ensemble though? For real. I wanted to do a Dan Brown like Harvard professor look. Got the fucking pipe. Turtleneck, choking on it. I can't breathe. Fucking choking me. Hell yeah. So in drafters, just trying, just literally draft your favorite guys. Don't worry about, in drafters, understand we take away the stacking. And in this format here, what we're really looking at is balancing out the power of our wide receiver group and our running back groups, making sure that there's no week where you are overly weakened. You see here what happened? I actually have a disaster. James Cook and Omarion Hampton both have a bye on week 7. And in this format, you cannot afford a 0 ever. You must be scoring every single week. So even this overlapping bye, which I just got caught up with, I didn't realize Cook and Omarion had the same bye week. That is bad. We need scoring. We need to account for our bye weeks. By the way, bye weeks is the reason why I don't believe that stacking in this format will ever work. Because if I stacked up like the Bengals, like I just did in the last draft, which I love it in the BBM or in the Draftkings contest, but if I do that here, all I've done is create a week where I've got a massive hole in my lineup that is probably going to be a bad week. And this is cumulative score. You cannot afford to lose a single point over the course of a season. You don't take injured players. If they're not scoring for you, they're not scoring for you, and that's it. There's no getting around it. That's it. They're not scoring for you. I love that you guys all jumped in this draft with me. It's pretty fun. Yeah, that's right. It's better for, well, and that's the other challenge of this. Yeah, there we go, Chris Mack. All right, I'm going to take my guy, Lad McConkey. Loves it. Very happy. In the meantime, can we gather up the names, guys? Give me some names. I want to give away a free entry to this $15 Best Ball Championship main event. It's a $15 ticket. A few of you have gotten one. Drafter said I can give one of these away on any draft that I do. So that's I do every time I do a draft, they give me one to give away. Oh yeah, dude. I forgot about baseball. It's almost over. Took you too long to watch it. We cracked the code for MLB DFS also, and it's led to endless wins, guys. Xenocide, stop trying to get two of them. I know you got one already. Wait, Peloton, hold on. Randomizer. I don't want to miss a Chris Mack. All right, there we go. Hold on. I don't want to miss a pick. All right. List randomizer. Okay, we got Peloton. We got Chris Mack. Chris Mack, 16. We got Crummy Picks. Yeah, don't join if you've already got one. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm not losing my pick. All right, I got these three, Peloton, Chris Mack, Crummy Picks. Do we have anybody else? Chess Liam, you built. Here we go. C-Mac. C-Mac. I'm just going to call you C-Mac. C-Mac. C-M-A-K-E-G 74 C-Mac. That's who got it. Okay, here we go. Here's how this works. Xenocide, didn't you win one already? I'm going to put you in here, but I feel like you won one. Putting you in there. All right, here's how this works. Randomize whoever is at the top. Wait, I'm one pick away. Hold on. I got to make my pick. ETN, he took D-Swizz. Wow. It's too soon for D-Swizz. Fuck. Wide receiver, I only have one. Could this be the Igbuka team? Oh, he didn't win. Okay, so Xenocide, you're in there as well. All right, perfect. We got 5 of you guys. And I just want to let you know how this works because this is a randomizer. It's not like a picker. I didn't find the right program. So whoever winds up on top of the randomize, whichever name is first, wins the ticket. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keep it fair. You're watching. Top name wins the ticket. Who gets it? Crummy Picks. What's up? What is up? Crummy Picks gets the pick. All right. Hang on. Crummy Picks. You get a freebie. Look for it. I'm going to tell Brady. Here we go. Ticket winner. Bam. See, it pays to hang out for Best Ball Draftapalooza after dark. Sometimes you get a free ticket to drafters. Let's go. How many? Oh, no. What is happening? I need to pay attention to the buys. Fuck. Hold on a second, guys. Another week 7 draft. Oh, Jesus. Literally, I spend half the time here saying you don't want overlapping bye weeks. And why do I just keep getting people that are on bye week 7? All right. Where does it say where the bye week is? Oh, Lord. Okay. It's that little number. All right. 7s. All right. We're going to avoid those 7s. The problem is you can't see it until you pick them. Oh, yeah, there they are. Oh, no, Parker Washington and McLaurin. Everybody is week 7. No, you can't. You can't do it. You cannot afford it in this format. If you take if you have one bad week, you're done. You can't win the whole thing. The only thing it might help you with is like the weekly winner, but I'm here to win the whole thing. You cannot afford a single disaster week. Not when it's cumulative scores. Every single week needs to be accounted for. That's why people draft the eliminator wrong. In the eliminator, it's even more brutal. Yeah, just this tribute, might as well. Say YOLO, fuck it. I'm going to be in first place until week 7, and then bam, disaster. RT bag, this guy starting out very wide receiver heavy. Very wide receiver heavy. Appreciate all you guys hanging out and a little draft-a-palooza. What other news from the fantasy football space? Again, injuries piling up a little bit. Parker Washington, another week 7 guy. Injuries are piling up a little bit. Oh, yeah, this was a big mistake on Cotton Carl's part, leaving me Montgomery. Let's go week 8. We're diversifying. We got a week 8 running back. At least it's not week 7. Yeah, week 7 is going to be a tough one. Everybody's going to deal with a bipocalypse. You just can't overload on those guys because, again, you need somebody else to step up. You can't take zeros. Taco, you're on the clock. Taco, you're on the clock. Where is he? Oh, was that an auto pick? Somebody text Taco. He could have fallen asleep. Reminder, in this format, stacks do not matter. Just pick the best team. Look at how other people are going to stack. Did you? Yeah, that was decision making. That wasn't an auto pick. It's not about. I mean, it is partially about. Just pay attention to the bye week. I fucked up already. You want to avoid those overlapping bye weeks. Yeah. How you doing? If you were listening to my show, Richie Onions, a little earlier, we were fading Higgins for Tank Dell all off season. Not for any smart reason that I knew this guy was getting hurt, but it's just like my play was Tank Dell, and that's what I was doing. Oh, fuck, Horsepot. It's like you knew I was about to take him. Let's go Dre. Yeah, I had to get another. I needed another workable running back there because of this bye week apocalypse situation. I feel good about him now. Yeah, I was taking Price next. I have a video out from earlier this season where I was like, what if Bryce what if Price outscores Jeremiah Love this year? Would it shock you? And no way it's happening. But like, I could see it. I could see Price being the better piece of the two. Why not? Why not? Yeah, Noel is fine, but I'm telling you, Tank Dell is my guy. This idea that Price is not a stud, you know how rare it is to have a running back taken in round 1? People are discounting that. It's rare. That's why Price is such a good play. K Sizzle's in the house. Guys, notice that K Sizzle. Now, I don't know if you're an Irishman. I don't know. We don't know each other personally. But he's got the all-Irish McBride, McMillan, and McLaurin combination. K Sizzle, are you Irish? Price would have been my starter. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever he chose, whatever it, maybe he didn't want to get banged up in college. But I'm going to tell you right now, you know who else didn't get many carries in college? James Cook. And he's been a pretty good pro. Are we all ignoring the fact that I just called K Sizzle an Irishman because he went all Irish with his team of McBride, McMillan, and McLaurin? Am I even allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. Let's just ignore it. Wait a second. Where's my audience? Hold on. Let me try that one more time. McBride, McLaurin, and McMillan. That was the joke. Yes. All right. Enough of that. DK Mecca. Oh, I'm almost on the clock again. Let's pay attention to the draft. I've got 4 running backs, only 2 wide receivers so far. Mike Hold Wilson. Yes, please. That's one of my guys. What does everybody think of the new Underdog logo? With the sunglasses? Kind of cool. Kind of cool. I don't know. Corporate. I don't like it. You know, every company after they get bought out by a big, like, yeah, I like. At first, I thought it was kind of weird, but I'm kind of cool with it. But I will tell you guys this. Listen, this has happened across our industry now so many times that I'm just going to throw a warning out there. As much as that's kind of why I'm happy to branch out to this other site too. When it comes to Underdog, whenever a company kind of sells out to a big operator, everything changes. You know, everything changes. Like the same way Roto Grinders and Fantasy Life, there was a whole bunch of sites in the DFS space that at one point were like run by really passionate people who I thought were good. You know, they built tools like you could tell that somebody was paying attention, and, you know, they had staff that were really involved and real players and all of this. And as soon as you kind of sell out to like the big corporate entity, so to speak, and I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that it's bad to sell your bet. I think it's good to sell your bet. But as soon as that happens, a lot of times, just a lot of the passion, a lot of the magic goes away, and contract trading taken away from DFS. Give me a second, Shiv. But like on the case of Underdog, like why would they pay that much money for that site? It's probably because they want to turn it into like a sports book or something, you know, predictive markets or some other thing like that. And what I think is going to happen is they're going to be less interested. The best ball product does not make that much money. It just doesn't. Think about this best ball product. How much money can it make? Draftkings runs a contest like this every single day. And, you know, Underdog has one for the whole season. They're not churning volume. So that product doesn't make enough money, which tells me that they're going to do something else with the business. And we've seen it in the past. Like whoever bought, they might just shut down best ball completely. Like, I don't know. They probably won't, because I think they have a big fan. base there, but they're also learning the hard way that fantasy football audience does not necessarily transform into we're prediction market, specialists or some other thing like that. Taco, I am a fan of prediction markets. If you're going to bet on sports, when you bet on sports, which I love to bet on sports, I think prediction markets are a better way to do it than on a sports book. So let me start there. Like, you're much better off putting your bets in on Call Sheet and Polymarket than you would be on any kind of sports book. I'll tell you why. First, the numbers are just better. You don't pay as much VIG, which already puts you in the win column. It already puts you in the win column. Much less VIG. Part of the reason why sports betting is so difficult. PvP. Yeah. Well, there it is. Yeah. Of course, DFS, that's unique to DFS, but also best ball, right? You got the player versus player concept. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're betting on sports, you should always be on the prediction market, not just because you get a better entry, but on the prediction market, you can get out whenever you want at fair value. So you're in a bet, your team's ahead, you're like, fuck it, I want out. I'm happy with what happened here. I want out. You can get out. Chuba Hubbard goes late now. Oh, yeah. I need a QB here. Let's go Dart. I mean, I should probably be taking Justin Herbert, but I love Dart even more than Herbert. So, yeah, why aren't the buys highlight bettors right? Like, I keep forgetting to pay attention to these bye weeks, and they're just overlapping a little bit. I mean, they're there. You could see them, but, I'm not paying that close attention. Taco, enjoy the Herbert. Like, given the choice, I know that Herbert goes ahead of Jackson Dart, but I'm telling you right now, I think Jackson Dart is going to be a top 5 quarterback. And after this year, right now, you're like, Geek doesn't know shit. But after this year, you're going to be like, of course, everybody knew that. The same way that I told you in year 2 that Josh Allen was going to elevate, the same way I told you that Lamar Jackson. And now you're hearing that thinking, of course, those guys were awesome. But they were QB 12 in their second year. Lamar was. Josh Allen was. I said this is going to be the guy who finishes his QB1. He was going at QB 10 or 11. That's how off the field is on these type of quarterbacks. The exact same thing is going to happen with Jackson Dart. I believe he will finish as a top 5 scorer, assuming he stays healthy. Of course, assuming he stays healthy. But he will be a top 5 scorer with Malik Neighbors in there. It's going to be glorious. Yeah, and that's right. Underdog is going to push you. Basically, what's going to change with Underdog is they're going to start pushing you to. That's what's going to happen. And listen, okay, that's fine. You're not going to pressure me like to become a degenerate. I'll use your betting product because I like to bet, but they're going to be pressuring people to using their betting products, and you just have to be ready for it. Yeah. And I would agree with that too. I think, obviously an elevated injury risk that, I'm just not going to account for that much because what are you going to do? I'm just going to take my guys. If they get hurt, they get hurt. I'll have a lot of quarterbacks on this team, but, you can't really survive early injuries. In this format, it's almost impossible to survive any kind of injury. So at least I'm spreading around my bye weeks a little bit at wide receiver now, but not spread enough. We got to get a bunch of tight ends. Again, we cannot afford a single week of very bad. Not in this format. I need to mute it when I'm about to cough. So anyway, just as a general, getting back to the point I was making earlier, when companies go corporate, it usually loses a lot of the fun. And you might say, like, before Underdog existed, they were a site called Draft, and they got bought out, and it just went out of business. Like they never even came back. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. They just shut it down. They shut down the whole business. Oh, yeah, we just wanted the user list, and then it was gone. And so it opened up the door for Underdog. But, we've seen the same thing from some of the DFS sites that kind of have, we remember, if you've been in the space, that you remember them from like 5-6 years ago as kind of like the big names. And they're just straight downhill. Once they were bought out by a big conglomerate, it just ruins them. There's no more heart, no more soul, no more skill. It's very like, it's just not the same. And you're also, no one cares. Not passionate anymore. That's like really big part of kind of what we do at DFS Army and what you see here. Yeah. And Monkey Knife Fight. Interestingly, one of the people from Monkey Knife Fight works for Sharp now. He's helping run a Sharp app, sports betting platform. I need another quarterback. It's my quarterback. I would have been okay with Malik Willis there too. This is fun. I like this kind of draft because you just keep picking the best guys. But it's not just pick the best guy. It's also balance your team across position groups and bye weeks and all of that to make sure that you're just always scoring. You're never leaving gaps anywhere. And just pick your favorite players. And this is the great part about this. You could pick your favorite players, for example, on BBM or Underdog, and it doesn't reward you because you might make the playoffs, you get knocked out week 1. It just doesn't reward you for picking a really good team. Those formats really reward you for luckily falling onto players that specifically pop in week 15, 16, or 17. There's a massive luck factor in that, or a strategy that requires extreme concentration where you really need to build your teams more diversified purposefully away from who you think is a good play, because that guy might be the guy that pops off in week 15 that you needed. That's what I'm talking about when I compare this drafters contest to Underdog or Draftkings and the playoff format contest that Underdog and Draftkings have. This cumulative score, or especially the Eliminator, my other favorite contest, I like them for a reason. They reward knowing ball. The other contest, Draftkings and Underdog, they reward diversifying your lineups and making lots and lots of them. And while you're doing that, totally different. And on this format, for example, an injured guy like Jordan Tyson is an absolute poison. Yeah. I mean, Dart is just a wild man, dude. Dart's just a wild man. Hold on. Oh my God. Good Lord. Are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? Really? Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? The man has good judgment. That's what you deserve. If you're the freaking quarterback, alpha male on your team, this is what should be that's what your girlfriend should look like. Marissa Ayers. That's what your girlfriend should look like. Like if you're the quarterback at Ole Miss. You know, think about it. Ole Miss, fucking sororities, blondes everywhere, everyone's smoking. But you know what I'm saying? 4D bull. That's why this is why an alpha should be rewarded. It's Jackson Dart. It ain't me. I'm just pointing it out. Jackson Dart, bro. I know. I know exactly, Taco. There is a girl who's popping up on my feed right now, on like my shorts feed, and I don't know if she's a comedian, but she's got some quick wit. She's goth. I got to send you the she's like a comedian, but all gothed out. I feel like you'd be obsessed with her. I'm going to send her over to you. And she's like witty, you know, she's on these forums and shit. She's hilarious. Do not go Tyson. Don't be that guy. Jordan Tyson. No, you get Trey Tucker. Forgot about Trey. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say. But nothing comes out. When Tyson's even worse in this format. You can't take a guy who's out for 2 months. This is cumulative scoring. Cumulative scoring. I don't like taking these kind of running backs that don't play in a cumulative score situation. And by the way, you want to get that fourth tight end in this one. Third quarterback, fourth tight end. I got to remember to get a third QB. There's still plenty available. Or still a few available. We want to get a third and fourth tight end in this format. I mean, my rankings are what they are. I'm not in love with my wide receiver group here, but I took a very strong 4 running backs, maybe. So the wide receivers, a little sketchier with McConkey and Igbuka, great. Michael Wilson, pretty good, but now Stribling and Tucker, just all right. Bitcoin is nuking. I've seen it. Quick thought on Bitcoin. I was not expecting it to break out of that range. There are some newsworthy events going on that are driving a little bit of that Bitcoin price. I guess. I mean, all right. So, yeah, BTC. So there's some news going on, but Bitcoin breaking up above 69. I expected Bitcoin to hang around between about 65 and actually about 50K for another 6 months to a year. So if we break out here, it's very possible that I could see it like slow. If it made a bottom at 60, what will happen is it will slow roll its way back up to about 100,000 in the next year and a half. And then the breakout will happen where it goes up to that 200,000 level or 225 or 250. If it follows the thing. Moderna was a short squeeze. Fuck Moderna and their bullshit ass vaccine, though. Don't trust those guys. COVID vaccine people. I'm going to go 4 tight ends no matter what. I don't even mind 4 quarterbacks in this format, but definitely I want that extra tight end. We need more wide receiver. We need a little more of everything. I need, we're still early on, but you get the 20 rounds here. That's why I like to take the extras. Deadass, if you guys are really wanting to chat, like stock market stuff, I think you still buy Micron. Just like I bought it at 88, told everybody. I also told you guys to buy Palantir. I'm out on Palantir. I just sold the last of my shares this week at 170. Oh, they put a melanoma one. Okay. All right. Yeah. I like it. Good. Melanoma is one of the worst killers, man. Melanoma really only gets the whites. But, If there's anything taking out the whites, it's the melanoma. So let's go. Let's cure all the cancers. I really hope that one of the positive things that happens. I need another tight end here. Let's go Dulcich. I hope that one of the positive results of the AI revolution is that we'll cure some cancer and shit. Like, what's the point of AI if we can't cure disease? But yeah, melanoma. Mostly the whites getting that one. I'm at risk. I wear, Shiv Daddy. Here's the thing I don't get. Like, I always wear a hat outside, especially if it's sunny out. Like, hell no. I always try to wear a hat. But I see a lot of balds that just go out. Like, I feel like there's no sunscreen. They just got that head getting pounded by the sun, bro. And that's something I don't get. You got no hair. Sun's beating down on your head. No sunscreen on there? How the hell is it not burnt? Put some sunscreen on there. Like, I'll be on vacation at the pool. Be somebody in there, no hat, fucking bald head. I'm like, bro, you got sunscreen on that head? Tank Dell goes to Zenocide. Can never wait on Tank Dell with you maniacs in the chat. Can never wait. You're going to get punished. Fannin or Pitts? I mean, that's the big question. I've been taking Pitts ahead of Fannin. I'm keeping it real, but I've been taking Pitts ahead of him. So do with that what you will. Oh, come on, Horsebot. I can't even. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Had a whole plan. I guess I'll take Keenan Allen. Unsexy. Maloma. Your 7-year-old grandson. And tomatoes. I don't even know what tomatoes is, but Maloma. But put some freaking sunscreen on that kid. Or put a hat on. Better just to wear a hat. I mean, I really wanted Tank Dell to fall to me. I don't even think you stretched on him. I think it was good value. Make sure you don't have too many overlapping buys, is all I'm saying. Oh, tornadoes. Tornadoes. Geno Smith, a starting quarterback this late in the draft. Now everybody who's left, I think based on the way Tua's playing, you could almost count on Michael Penix getting back in there as a starter at some point this season. I do think that will happen. I think we're going to see games where Deshaun Watson is just going to, by default, win the Cleveland job, but he stinks. And I can't imagine that Deshaun Watson, I'm highly skeptical that Deshaun Watson could ever have a good week. Shiv Daddy, we do have one very exciting. First of all, everybody's coming back who you remember. Joe Zaddy, Burns, and Bobby Wow, Razzle. Everybody who was on the team is back, but I do have a new show and kind of new team person, not necessarily on our team, but I have a new show coming out this year that's going to be very, very metrics focused. I think you guys are going to love it. I'll introduce them, but my guy Sam Chuduri from Stat Rankings, all about the numbers, diving deep into the sort of the metrics, the running back, wide receiver, slot percentages, zone versus man, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to be diving into those kind of numbers with, hang on, let me just make my pick here, with a co-host that's really into the numbers. Maybe let's go Sean Tucker. I don't have a lot of him. So a lot of stats and nerd stuff is right. Holy shit, Bitcoin 175 is crazy. Is this format cumulative score? What does having overlapping bye weeks matter? Yes, it's cumulative scoring. That's the whole point. So in the end, if you have even 1 week where you had all of these bye weeks and you didn't have enough started to take a 0, or you don't make a big score every single week, you will have no chance to win this contest outright. It's cumulative score. So let's say week 11, you stacked all your buys and you end up putting up like a 75 that week. In the end, that will be the week that costs you. You will have no room for error in order to win a tournament this size. That's what I'm talking about with the bye weeks. So if you stack, let's say I accidentally took my starting 2 running backs were both on week 7 bye, and then I didn't pad that later on with a lot of other running backs so that I can, hopefully try to survive that bye, I'm simply not going to win. All it takes is one error in a contest of this style while you're drafting, just one error, you will not win. So that's why stacking those bye weeks is really, really something you don't want to be doing. Slaw. I'll go Parkinson here. I like Parkinson. I think he's actually going to be pretty productive. And with these crappy, because I took sort of a punt tight end approach, I don't mind, stacking some extra tight ends. Yeah, nerd stuff. So we are doing a nerd stuff show that I'm adding, and it's a partnership with Stat Rankings, which is really the best right now in terms of putting together all these advanced metrics for NFL stuff. I do a lot of my NFL based on feel, but I like to hear the stats and the numbers and all of that as well to help inform what we're doing. But of course, you know me, I've been doing this a long time, and picks are pretty good. Like if you followed my picks last year, you won a lot of money. Like, I hate to say it. It sounds so like unprovable, but like, if we're not always going to hit, but we hit a lot. We hit a lot last year. We've hit a lot over the years, and we will continue to because we're paying close attention to what's going on. 2 good QBs early and getting Penix round. Yeah, I think that's a good move, Todd Angelo. I'm pretty confident, like I said, that Tua stinks or gets himself hurt anyway, and Penix will emerge. I've been doing that a little bit more with Mendoza because I think Mendoza might be better than Penix. But overall, I like the strategy. As long as you have the other 2, then you have this guy coming on late. Remember, Jacoby Brissett, who I think is going to be a very productive quarterback, might not be playing late because they're just like, fuck it, why should we keep playing this guy? Let's see what we have with Carson Beck. Or they might want to be losing. Oh, yeah, Vishace. You know it. Next week, we start back test season, guys. Be prepared. We're going to move probably the Best Ball Mania or the Draftapalooza back down to noon. So I'll get those done daytime so we can use the evenings for our back testing. And it's just going to prep us for the NFL season. We got to be putting helmets up top. That's how we do it. That's how we do it in DFS Army. Winners, winners, winners. And you don't win without the training. You need to train if you're going to win. Is Kittle playing yet? I mean, is he clear to play? It's so funny. I'm shocked that Kittle. I mean, let's not get too excited about Kittle, Taco. He is coming off an Achilles. Like, that is a big injury to come back from. Yeah, I think it's the Tesla moment. Why not? See, this is enough wide receiver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My only softness, this is I got a lot of wide receivers, so I just need these late pick guys to come through every once in a while. 2 of my tight ends are bye week 11. All right. Quarterbacks 8, 9, and 11. There's still a few reasonable tight ends. Gesicki's going to play. Maybe Eric All. He'll play a little bit. Theo Johnson will be on the field. Wide receiver group. I mean, you still have Torrey Horton, who will play. Williams, Tolbert, Gross. Demario Douglas is not a bad pick. He's hiding down here. So still a few playable guys at each position group. Wide receiver. I mean, Samaje Perine will get some snaps too. Like, he'll be on the field. Jalen Wright's one of my favorite late picks. I'm going to grab him. Maybe I think if Taco doesn't take him right now. Achane gets hurt. All of a sudden, Jalen Wright in there, saving the season. Yeah, he took a Gesicki. I'm going to take Jalen Wright. This is an undrafted guy that has a very clear path to games. So here we go, guys. We drafted a drafters main event, $15 entry. 3 quarterbacks, Dart, Love, Cam Ward, different bye weeks. So hopefully that's enough. We need Dart to stay healthy a full year because these other 2 guys are kind of shit. Caleb Wetjen. I'm not familiar with that guy at all. Rate my team 1 out of 10, with 10 being the best. All right, we'll do a team ratings here. But, I mean, I like my squad. It's hard to not like it. Which one are you? K-Sizzle? Let's see. We got Bijan, McBride, Josh Allen. Sure. I'm not a take Josh Allen early guy, but okay. RB2 is Brooks. RB3 is Dowdle. We got all Irish pass catchers early on with McBride, McLaurin. The fuck are you talking about? It's the luck of the Irish. Pass me the Guinness. All right. Was that Irish? Did that sound Irish? The fuck are you talking about? That's my best Ireland accent. Concepcion, Shakir. Yeah, I mean, obviously, listen, K-Sizzle. This team's not that great at running back. It's risky. It's risky. This is a risky proposition. You need some things to jump your way, but if they do go your way, it'll work out great. If I could have done this draft again, I would have not taken Josh Allen here. I would have instead taken either Neighbors or Javonte or something like that. I would have done it different. I give a little bit of feedback, Shiv. I don't want to make everybody feel too bad. Yeah. Crummy. Let's see. Crummy picks. Were your picks crummy? No, I think these were pretty good. You got Jameer. You got Pickens over Rice. Jacobs, Burden, Burrow. Krosky, Merritt, maybe a little too soon on the bill. Mahomes in there with Burrow. That's fine. Mahomes with Kelsey. No need to stack. Don't worry about stacking. Pretty good. It's hard for me to tell. I can't see up top here like the oh yeah, there it is. Three tight ends, 3 quarterbacks. I mean, pretty good. Solid. It's not crummy picks. These are good. I like Kelsey. Love where you got him. Fannin is fine. Good tight ends. That's a good team. Let's see. Horsebot. Taco. Yep. 4 tight ends, 6 running backs, 7 wide receivers. HN. We got Swift and Price. Good. I mean, again, I can't look at the bye weeks. I can't, like, my brain won't allow it. But Taco, Lawrence and Herbert having the same bye week. So you got Danny Dimes in there. Hopefully he lasts. So the only danger here, Taco, If Jones gets hurt and you hit week 7, you've lost the entire thing. Oh no, you got Higgins. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I don't even want to look at yours with Higgins in there. Taco, your whole season hinges on Indiana Jones staying healthy through week 7, or else tear up the ticket and throw it away. It's gone. Guys. Whoa, that was crazy. I just accidentally hit backspace. Anyway, I was closing up the show. So yeah, I was gone for a second. I'm back, but we're going. I just literally just back clicked on my mouse over here. But final thoughts. I'm going to keep doing these drafters. I really like the format. So go get signed up at Drafters, promo code DFSARMY. $100 deposit match that you'll get. Plus, I'm going to keep giving away tickets on these shows. So keep watching. If you didn't get one today, I'm going to do another one. I'll do another giveaway every single Best Ball Draftapalooza that I do. We could try the Eliminator on Drafters as well. I like the Eliminator on Underdog. I haven't read the rules of the Drafters one. So let me know what the rules are. If that's another Eliminator similar to the Underdog, yeah, we're diving in that. I love that contest, and that is my single favorite way of playing best ball. So we'll load up on that Eliminator. And by the way, I'm thinking about just uploading my rankings and letting it auto draft. The only thing I want to be able to do is control for how many quarterbacks I get. But beyond that, like, I'm thinking about letting some auto drafts happen, see what happens there. My phone is going crazy. I don't know what's happening over there. But anyway, guys, that'll wrap it up for this one. Bitcoin above 75K. George Kittle, quote, ahead of schedule. So all kinds of updates coming in on the phone right now. Oh, top 75%. Dude, I feel like I'd never lose. I'd be there for the whole. I like it. That's how it works. The top 75 advance every single week. I like it. I really like it. All right, guys, back tomorrow, probably noon. I don't know if I'm going to do the night after dark. We might do it at noon. We'll see. I appreciate everybody coming by, popping in, hanging out. Great stuff. Let's keep it going. Good luck. Helmets up, guys. I'll see you next time. Hang on. I want to put a song on. Do I have any music? Do I have any music left? Yeah. All right. Here we go. See you next time.
Kevin the King.